Hey, Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for Ellie's Studio, and I am sharing with you a sketched-based layout. There is the completed layout as well as the sketch, as well as featuring the icon tab stamp, which it features very much in both the sketch and this layout. That is the completed layout by itself. So there are basically, this also fits into my Breaking Out of the Box series. So this is very much a grid layout, and by using all of these icon tabs, you are able to break the box, meaning break out of the grid. So while it looks like a grid, because the 3x4 cards and photos are staggered, and then you have elements that are outside of the grid, it breaks that up. So what I'm trying to show you here is how I created this tip up. So I used the Elle Studio pocket frame and flip up metal die, and I just used the center part where the fold is to create a seam that is going to allow you to flip up. And you'll see that better with this photo that I'm going to do of my son, the right hand side photo. I'm going to create a flip up there as well. So there's actually going to be a pocket underneath that. So what I'm showing you is I have a white I've created it in white, but now I want it in cardstock. So I'm going to create the pocket that goes underneath the flipped up photo. So I'm using a piece of cardstock from the Love You paper stack. The great colors in this paper stack and work very well, even though it's from January with this February kit. I am not doing all of the bottom piece because I know that that's where I want to put that tab element from that metal die set. You can see it right there. And I'm not being particular about how big the pocket is. I just want it to be roughly about a third, maybe halfway up the pocket. I'm using some really great tape from ThermoWeb. It's the new Pixie tape. If you have not checked it out, it is great for holding down metal dies. Even though you use a magnetic platform, they do shift. That is 1/8 inch tape. I like using double-sided tape because that way I know exactly what my borders are for putting the tab or the die in. So that's the white piece that I used earlier, or that I showed you. Again, it's cut using that same metal die. I just have probably a 1/2 inch top and bottom from the crease. And then I'm going to use that 1/2 inch double-sided tape. And you make sure that you put one on the top and one on the bottom. It just gives you a better fold, just like I did in the video. And there, see how that holds it down super nice. And then continue to build the grid. And you can see how by staggering those photos or the 3x4 pocket cards, it breaks up the grid. It doesn't have that uniform straight across look that makes it look very boxy. So it still has a bit of a boxy look, but it is less boxy, if that makes any sense. I am going to apologize too that I was not able to center my camera over my workspace. I've been moving back and forth between a lot of horizontal and vertical, trying to film reels for the vertical, and I just am having a hard time getting everything centered back when I shift positions. I need to find an alternative to this. So what I'm showing you now is how I created these tabs. So I'm going to stamp colored cardstock. So I'm working with the yellow piece here, and I'm just going to show you one. I'm going to spare you the agony of having you watch me cut the 5 different dies out. So black ink on colored cardstock, and this is the Elle Studio cardstock, which matches perfectly. And then I'm going to use that die, and that coordinates with the icon tab die. So this was released a while ago. And then I will repeat that process with all of the different colors that I want to use. Then I am using circles, white circles on top, because it just gives you that contrast. I could have stamped directly on there, but I wanted the contrast that the white is going to give me. So I used my 3/4 inch circle punch, punched out white circles, and then stamped in different colors or coordinating colors the icon that I wanted to go on the tabs. So then I will adhere all of the tabs, and you'll see that one of the tabs for that top photo that isn't laying down flat I'm actually going to use one of those tabs just there and see how that tucks under nicely and holds that photo down so that you can't really see. So I've repeated that same process with all of the icons for all of the other tabs that I have on there. Now I am going to stamp the title. So I'm stamping directly onto the layout. I am using the typewriter alphabet font, and again, to break out of the box for my breaking out of the box series, I am not confining the title to the grid itself. I am moving outside of the grid, and that also helps break that up. Now again, this is a sketched base layout, and I am following the sketch for the most part, so not an original layout, although I will tell you that I have done this particular grid several times before in the past. So again, really not an original grid. So the title of this layout is called Physical Healing. So back at the end of December on his way back to school, Nicholas got into a car accident. And so I think and it was his first car accident, and unfortunately it was a fairly major one. And so I titled it Physical Healing because I feel like his emotional healing was much more arduous than his physical healing. And even that was quite a process for him. But fortunately, he was at school, and the trainers were super good at helping him with massage, and the hot tubs were available to him and all of that fun stuff. So, and then of course, Mom went out there. But that is the title of the layout. And I like the way that those Jane Alphas fit perfectly, and that black helped break out of the box. So in the sketch, that other tab is actually at the end of the title, breaking up the words, but I didn't have that happen, and so I'm just going to put it there. It didn't have to go there, but I do like the way that it worked with all of the other icon tabs, as well as broke up the box. So now I'm using some of the stickers, the Life Captured stickers. These are phrases. That top one that I put up in yellow says Life Captured. The little one in the tealy green said, oh no, and this particular one here says less of this, and I'm going to put ouch. And that's the whole process, right, of physical healing, is to be in less pain. So just using some of those tabs up. And so the pocket, it's not the pocket, the flip in the top left where he's on the massage table is still blank, and you will see that in the close-ups because he's not been home. Well, he has been home, but we haven't had time. I would like for him to write his own journaling up there. And then the tag in the bottom underneath is my version of the story. So I'm also using another one of the stickers from this month's kit, and I'm going to reverse it. So all of the white tabs are on the right hand side, but I have found, funnily enough, that I want the tabs, the icon on the right hand side and the white tab on the left hand side. So I'm just going to rearrange the sticker, and so that you have your attention drawn to that, I am actually going to outline that banner in black, a fine line black pen as well. And that is going to wrap it up. So be sure to check out the actual sketch itself. I will post it over on the Elle Studio Facebook group. These are the close-ups. Enjoy the close-ups. If you have any questions about my process, please don't hesitate to leave them in the box down below. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.